What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report, where we dive headfirst into the stories that are shaping the world of sports and beyond. The news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and if you blink, you might just miss it. We've got a packed show today with updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Get ready, because we're bringing you the inside scoop, the behind-the-scenes drama, and the moments that everyone will be talking about. From personal reflections on the intense pressures of professional play to groundbreaking rookie achievements and the resurfacing of past debates, we're covering it all. Plus, we're taking you back to the roots of a true sports icon. You're not going to want to miss a second of this. Let's get into it. First up, we're diving into the emotional side of the game. A candid look at the pressures faced by athletes when a superstar enters the league and how it impacts those around them. It's a story about family, performance, and the human element behind the stats. Then, we're celebrating a major milestone. A rookie is making history, rewriting the record books, and setting a new benchmark for incoming talent. We've got the details on this incredible achievement that has the league buzzing. And we're not stopping there. We're revisiting a fiery debate from the past that's back in the spotlight, examining a player's reputation through the lens of veteran analysis. Plus, a beloved sports figure returns to their origins, creating an emotional reunion off the court. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. A mother's worry amidst the spotlight. When a generational talent enters the professional arena, the entire landscape shifts, and that ripple effect can touch everyone on the team. Such is the case with Lexie Hull of the Indiana Fever, whose mother, Sonia Hull, has recently voiced deep concerns about the intense spotlight on teammate Caitlin Clark and its potential impact on her daughter's performance and well-being. Sonia Hull's heartfelt admission, shared on social media, paints a poignant picture of a parent watching their child navigate the challenging currents of professional sports under immense public scrutiny. She expressed the difficulty of seeing Lexie struggle, stating, "I wish I could fix it," a sentiment that resonates with any parent whose child faces adversity. Lexie Hull's early season statistics showed promise, with averages hovering around 9 points per game on efficient shooting. However, as the season progressed and Caitlin Clark's popularity surged, Lexie's numbers saw a noticeable decline, with scoring averages dipping to around 4 points per game by July, accompanied by less favorable shooting percentages. This statistical downturn is more than just a dip in performance. It reflects the complex adjustments required when a team dynamic changes so drastically. The shift from being a primary offensive option to a more complementary role, especially when sharing the court with a player of Clark's magnitude, demands significant mental fortitude and adaptability. Sonia Hull's candidness highlights the psychological toll this transition can take, underscoring that even seasoned athletes grapple with redefining their identity and contribution within a new team structure. This situation brings to the forefront a broader conversation about team chemistry, individual roles, and the emotional resilience needed to thrive when one player's presence naturally commands a larger share of the attention. Lexie, who was once a key scorer for the Fever, is now navigating the complexities of a supporting role, a challenge that tests not only her physical skills, but also her mental strength. Her mother's worries, while personal, serve as a powerful reminder of the human element behind the athlete, the individual who experiences doubt, frustration, and the desire to regain their stride. Despite the slump, there are signs of resilience. Lexie recently ended a 17-game scoring drought with a standout performance against the Chicago Sky, demonstrating a fierce determination to overcome her struggles. Her commitment to do whatever it takes signals a drive to not only return to form, but to emerge even stronger. Lexie Hull remains a vital contributor to the Indiana Fever, influencing the team's spirit and performance. Her mother's honest expression of concern is a testament to the deep connection between athlete and family, and a reminder that every athlete's journey is filled with both public triumphs and private battles, often supported by the quiet hopes of loved ones. But what happens when a rookie sensation isn't just making headlines for their own play, but is also setting records that even established stars couldn't touch in their first year? We've got that story next. Rookie records shattered in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA has undeniably been a game-changer, injecting a new level of excitement and viewership into the league. Her rookie season was marked by numerous record-breaking performances, validating the immense hype surrounding her. However, as the league continues to evolve and attract new talent, other promising players are also making significant waves. Among them, Sonia Citron of the Washington Mystics is carving out her own impressive legacy, recently achieving a milestone that has the WNBA world talking. While players like Paige Buchers are generating buzz with their exceptional play, it's Citron who has now surpassed Caitlin Clark for a notable rookie record. In a recent game against the Los Angeles Sparks, Citron notched 12 points, marking her 36th game with a double-digit scoring performance out of the 41 games she has played this season. This achievement officially breaks the record previously held by Caitlin Clark, who had set the benchmark for most double-digit scoring games by a rookie in the WNBA last season. This accomplishment is particularly significant as it demonstrates Citron's consistent offensive impact from the very beginning of her professional career. Although Citron may not be the frontrunner for Rookie of the Year this season, her performance clearly indicates her potential to develop into a future WNBA star. Her shooting efficiency is a standout aspect of her game. She currently boasts the fourth highest three-point shooting percentage in the entire league, converting an impressive 43.9% of her attempts from beyond the arc. This marks her as a potent offensive threat capable of changing the game with her long-range accuracy. The Washington Mystics, who selected Citron as the third overall pick in the 2025 draft, must be thrilled with her rapid development and the immediate impact she is having on the team. Her consistent scoring and impressive shooting percentages suggest that she is on the right track to becoming a prominent figure in the league, contributing to the WNBA's continued growth and appeal. This record-breaking performance by Citron not only highlights her individual talent, but also underscores the increasing depth of talent entering the WNBA. As more skilled players like Citron emerge, the league is poised for even greater competitiveness and broader appeal. Fans and analysts alike will be watching closely to see how Citron continues to develop her game and whether she can sustain this level of performance throughout her career. Her success is a positive sign for the league, promising more exciting matchups and emerging stars for years to come. Now, speaking of players who play with a certain edge, a past comment from a respected voice in women's basketball about a fiery player's style is making the rounds again. We'll break down what was said and what it means. A resurfaced debate on player style. In the high-stakes world of professional basketball, player conduct and on-court intensity often become subjects of intense scrutiny and debate. Sophie Cunningham, an injured guard for the Indiana Fever, has emerged as one of the more polarizing figures in the WNBA this 2025 season. Her increased visibility, largely due to her association with superstar Caitlin Clark, has brought her aggressive playing style under a microscope. Cunningham's reputation for being a fierce protector of her teammates, particularly Clark, has garnered both praise and criticism. Her actions on June 17th during a game against the Connecticut Sun exemplify this dichotomy. After Clark was poked in the eye by J.C. Sheldon, leading to a brief altercation, Marina Mabrey of the Sun shoved Clark to the ground. In retaliation, Cunningham later grabbed Sheldon by the neck and threw her to the ground, resulting in both players being ejected. While some lauded Cunningham for her role as an enforcer, defending Clark assertively, others condemned her actions as dangerous and indicative of a dirty playing style. This incident ignited a conversation about the line between aggressive play and unsportsmanlike conduct. Adding another layer to this ongoing discussion, a comment made by Rebecca Lobo, a respected figure in women's basketball known for her insightful analysis, has resurfaced. In a September 1st article by Tania Ganguli of the New York Times, which detailed Cunningham's rise, Lobo's 2019 assessment of Cunningham's play was quoted. Lobo had described Cunningham as physical, she's aggressive, and she's annoying. While Lobo intended these remarks in a purely basketball context, they have been re-examined in light of Cunningham's recent on-court behavior, sparking renewed debate about her reputation. However, a deeper look at Lobo's original comments from a January 2019 article in The State reveals a more nuanced perspective. In that piece, Lobo elaborated on her assessment. She's physical, and she's aggressive, and she's annoying. But none of those things are dirty. Lobo further distinguished Cunningham's style from that of genuinely dirty players, explaining, "I think when you have dirty players sometimes, you see players who flail on every rebound, they flail on every shot, they make contact with a lot of players or somebody's going in for a layup, and they foul them really hard where they could really injure them." Cunningham's style stems from competitiveness and aggressiveness. I don't think she crosses that line. Lobo's earlier remarks suggest that she viewed Cunningham's intensity as a product of competitiveness rather than malicious intent. These comments from 2019 align with the views of many who see Cunningham's aggressive approach as a natural extension of her competitive spirit, rather than a deliberate attempt to harm opponents. While Lobo's current perspective on Cunningham's play might have evolved, her past statements offer valuable context for understanding the player's on-court persona and the perception of her actions within the basketball community. The resurfacing of these comments prompts a reflection on how player styles are interpreted and debated, especially when they push the boundaries of aggressive play. From debates about playing styles to emotional reunions, we're keeping the stories coming. Next up, a star athlete heads back to her roots, creating a heartwarming moment despite her team's loss. Emotional reunion and roots reconnection. The Indiana Fever recently faced a challenging defeat against the Golden State Valkyries, with the Valkyries securing a 75-63 victory. This loss saw the Fever drop from 6th to 8th place in the WNBA standings, bringing their record to 21-19, while the Valkyries improved to 21-18. However, the game's outcome was overshadowed by a particularly touching moment involving Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark. Despite being sidelined due to a persistent groin injury that has kept her from participating in several games, Clark was present at the game, observing from the sidelines. Her presence at the game provided an opportunity for a deeply personal and emotional reunion with her former Iowa Hawkeyes teammates. Clark, who is still in the process of recovering from her injury, attended the game not as a player, but as a spectator, and used the occasion to reconnect with the players who were instrumental in her storied college career. Among those she met were Kate Martin, who now plays for the Valkyries, as well as Gabby Marshall and Jada Gyamfi, who were also key figures during Clark's time at Iowa. This gathering highlighted the strong bonds formed during their collective success in college. The paths of these four talented athletes have diverged since their days at Iowa. Martin was drafted 18th overall by the Las Vegas Aces in the 2024 draft, but joined the Valkyries. Marshall has opted not to pursue a professional basketball career, while Gyamfi is returning to Iowa for her senior year. In contrast, Clark is focused on her recovery and reintegration into the Fever lineup as the team heads into the final stretch of their season. The Fever have 4 remaining games, including upcoming matchups against the Phoenix Mercury, Chicago Sky, Washington Mystics, and Minnesota Lynx. Clark's absence due to injury has been a significant factor for the Fever as they navigate the latter part of their schedule. This reunion offered a moment of nostalgia and camaraderie, allowing Clark and her former teammates to share in their shared history and support each other's professional journeys. It served as a powerful reminder of the foundation Clark built during her collegiate career, a period that propelled her into the national spotlight and ultimately led to her WNBA stardom. The emotional connection displayed during this reunion underscores the personal relationships that develop alongside athletic achievement, providing a heartwarming counterpoint to the competitive pressures of professional sports. It's a testament to the lasting impact of teamwork and shared experiences, even as careers take different directions. And that wraps up our look at today's top stories. Stick around for a quick recap and everything you need to know to stay connected. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw the deep emotional impact of a superstar's arrival on a teammate, a rookie shattering records and making her own mark in the WNBA. A look back at a fiery player's reputation through a respected analyst's eyes, and a heartwarming reunion of former teammates. Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels to stay in the loop. We'll see you next time.